Hi stamping friends, in this video I'm going to share the Abigail Rose collection. The 4 items you can purchase with one code number or individually is 10 yards of a 7/8 inch woven, really soft ply ribbon. It is absolutely a beautiful weight for crafting. The stamp set and the dies are bundled together for a 10% savings. There are some beautiful sentiments in this stamp set and some gorgeous images that have so much detail in there that if you just color those in with some blends, or you can even stamp them with any color of your choice and get a beautiful image. I want to talk a little bit more about the stamp set and the dies. The stamp set has 10 stamps in it. We have 6 different sentiment stamps, very versatile for your craft making, and there are 4 image stamps. This is all one stamp. You have this stamp, and these 3 are one stamp together. In the dies, there are 8 dies. We have 5 dies up here with the detail. We have this die I'm going to talk a little bit more about too. So we have that one, and then you have this die, a die to cut out these 2 images. So these are the open dies. This die will cut out this background. It's all one big die. So when it cuts out this image, it's actually also cutting out all of these inside images that you could use. And I used these 3 flowers to cut out those 3 flowers in that one stamp. Then I used this opening to cut out that one stamp. So there's very versatile there. And on top of that, one of the designer series papers can be utilized with this die. Let me show you the designer series paper. It is so pretty. There are some large images that have so much detail in that you could use just as they are, or you could color those in with your favorite colors. We have a fun background. Also, you could leave it like this or color them in. You could probably even color in this designer series paper design. I have just started playing with it, this product for this video, and I'm excited to create with it. So much versatility to it. There's another floral design that you could color in or leave it like that. And this is the image that we can cut out with the die. First, before I talk a little bit more about that, I'm going to flip this over and show you the other side of this paper. So much versatility with a double-sided designer series paper. It is going to be difficult to decide which side to use, but absolutely beautiful papers. So let's talk about this piece of designer series paper. As I mentioned, you can cut it out with this die. Not all of the images, but if you were to lay this over the designer series paper, you can see that you can cut out several of those images. What I did was I laid it down on the paper, took a pencil, and just sketched around where I would cut that paper out. Once I cut pencil lined around that, I'm going to bring in another piece here. I would suggest, if you want to color those in, to go ahead and color those in before you cut them out, because you're cutting out some really small little pieces. Everything I have colored in here is going to be cut out with that die. So when you lay that die, color it in, and then I would go ahead and cut around it. It is kind of difficult to cut it into strips because you can cut that cluster of images out. You can cut this cluster of images out, but not these. Another cluster up here and one here, or one down here. So you get all these other images. So I would trim around there. And then I think I would suggest that you put some of the adhesive sheets behind it. The adhesive sheets are 6 by 12. You get 12 in a package, and they have a backing on both sides. So what you could do is, once you cut this out, then you could lay it over here, cut it out before you take the backing off, or just lay it down and conserve that as much as you can. And then when you cut it out, you're going to get all your images, and then you can take those separate images and put them on a note card or a card front, or you can utilize it for putting it back into this opening. There are so many options that you have. As I mentioned, I just started playing with this, and it's definitely a stamp set or a collection of product that I'm excited to play with a little bit more. I hope you are too. Happy creating!